Drainers all set up on here now. We've been measuring up where we're putting some drains. We're a little bit short of pipes, so we're going to have to get some. Lads have modified this as well now, so it pulls from the central point because it was twisting and started locking. If you look, it just slides up this rail. Well, originally it pulled from this point here and it just twisted and jammed, so now it goes straight up. They've obviously, rather than using just a piece of rubbish, they've used a nice drawbar pin, so next time we need a thin drawbar pin, we'll be looking for it. But yeah, that'll go up and down there. We put a couple of new teeth on it last time we used it, I think, so that's a new one. That's a worn one, so it should be okay. It just wants that cutting off, I suppose, because that's just not going to do anything. But yeah, it's the world's biggest chainsaw, perhaps. Well, it's probably not the world's biggest, but it's probably the first classed powered chainsaw. So when it goes along, that just chainsaws the ground and lifts everything up. When the angle changes, I don't know whether we need to change this a little bit. That looks to be going lower than that. There's a stone jammed in there as well, isn't there? So what's... Oh, the shear bolt's gone. They must have dropped it on the floor. So there should be a shear bolt in there, which keeps that away from the chain. So when they were messing with it the other day, they must have put it down on here perhaps. So we'll have to get a new shear bolt for that. And then it's ready to go. It's a good job I noticed that, otherwise we'd have got to the field and we were like, oh no. In fact, we'll just check. Should be. No, there's not in there. It's like a really long bolt. Oh well, first job Monday morning. Dad might have to go to the bolt shop and get some of them. Yeah, I'm just looking here. We've got sort of only 6.5 rolls of pipe. So we'll have to get some pipe picked up this week. That won't take long to use. Actually, no, 5. Oh, we've got 7.5 rolls. That's thicker than that though, isn't it? So yeah, we'll get some pipe picked up from McVeigh and Parker. The other day I got a new aerial for the sprayer. Had it in my pocket, took it out, not in the sprayer, put it down somewhere, no idea where. So I'm just hunting around the yard now to see if I can find it. This has arrived as well this week. Not had time to open it yet, but it's a new camera to put on the new gateway that works off solar panels, and that's the solar panel. It's massive, so it won't go flat. The battery's in it, hopefully. Also, these nifty crimps for making, let me focus it, for making up these plugs, which is what the sprayer has on it. So remember, with the rats chewed it the other week, well, now we can make our own plugs. There's a selection in there, different bags of plugs and the crimps to crimp it up. I can find one aerial, but it's not the one I want. This is the one I left on the desk in the office when I was ordering the top links for everything, but I don't know where I've put the little short dumpy aerial. It's in a plastic bag as well. This one is from this mower, but I've just noticed as well that that one looks to be broken as well. Probably isn't a good idea having GPS on the mower. Maybe we should move it onto the Xerion. What do you think? Have it on the mower, put it in the Xerion. I've had to give up looking. I want to just get this field sprayed because I'm going to look at Concorde this afternoon. So I was like, right, I'm not messing around any longer. I'm just going to get it done. It has been working, the spray. It's just it bleeps at me the odd time saying it's dropping signal. But we've got a green satellite there at the moment, so that'll do. Just fold out now. I'm just going to spray this one off. It's going to be grass. It's only 5 acres and it's quite small, so we're going to put it in grass, and then in the summer we've got a bit of room for parking things on or stacking straw on, or even if we're ever going to do any sort of open days and events and stuff, we've got like an emergency overflow car park. Now, you might have seen already if you're on Twitter, I'm AgriContract on Twitter, my bit of a rant about not getting a fair price for British products. So a friend of mine's wife went shopping yesterday, couldn't find any tomatoes in the supermarket. David Exwood, NFU deputy or vice deputy, I think, no, vice president, was saying that his local supermarket had no tomatoes. Other people have been saying there's no cucumbers, and the reason for this simply is that if the supermarkets or the processors that supply the supermarkets still only want to pay less than the cost of production, then they aren't going to get it anymore, because farmers can't afford to run glass houses or keep the frost off plants in the winter when there's just not enough margin in it. So that is why you start to see shortages. Now, there is a bit of a virus going around the tomatoes, but that's nothing new with growing stuff. There's always something somewhere that wants to attack it, whether it be wheat, barley, or anything like else, even oilseed rape. You're working with nature, there's always going to be different challenges like that. There's a few people jumping on the bandwagon blaming Brexit, saying it's because of that. Well, you know, we are still getting Spanish stuff through and things like that. It's just simply because the economics to grow the stuff is too high a risk, or there's just, you know, why make yourself bankrupt? There's going to be a chicken shortage soon as well, because they're in the same boat. Keeping chickens warm is not a cheap thing anymore, so there's empty sheds everywhere. A mate of mine goes round fixing boilers for glass houses, poultry units and stuff, and he said he's never seen, well, they're just never normally empty, because, you know, they're a shop floor, they need to be producing, but at the moment the economics just don't stack up, so lots of people have decided not to do it. Pig job's a little bit similar, not enough money in the pigs at the moment. What we actually need is fair trade, homegrown produce, you know, hashtag fair trade, UK fair trade, maybe, I don't know, but it can't carry on. Maybe empty shelves will make the government realise that they need to do something about this, you know, whether it's making it easy for people to put up glass houses, you know, whether it's making it illegal for supermarkets to be able to buy stuff under the cost of production. That would be nice. Don't know, but I think it's only when the public start to see things empty, and that's when the stuff really does hit the fan, and they might actually start taking notice. Anyway, only a little feel this, up and down, and I'm done. I'm going to go in and get changed and go and see what Concorde looks like. To anyone that's new to the channel, I started it first day of lockdown nearly 3 years ago, and it's basically what I'm doing on the farm every day. Being a Sunday today, not doing a great amount, hence why I'm going to go and look at Concorde. So I'll see what it's like. You might see some of it in a minute in the video. Quick whiz over the birthday month. We've got George Holden's 18, Dan Martin's, Andrew Jackson, Jackie Savage, Scott Gallagher is 49, and Reggie Calcott is 8. Happy birthday everyone on there. £26,707 raised so far for the North West Air Ambulance. Happy birthday everyone else. Happy birthday everyone on there, and anyone else whose birthday is today. Might have missed the odd one because I've done it at 1:30 today. I normally try and do it at 3 o'clock, but if you're going to do it before midday so that they don't get missed off, if you're going to leave someone's name and a donation for the air ambulance. Quiz question the other day was these pallets. Loads of people got it right and loads of people got it nearly right. They have had whiskey barrels on, but they're very similar to the ones that used to get huge bags of fertiliser on. So 100 weight bags of fertiliser, or 50 kilos in new money. Just jumping in the buggy, apparently Speedo Mick, the guy that's raised nearly £1 million for charity, is running at the end of the road past, I think, John O'Groats to Land's End. Here he is, the legend Speedo Mick. So how can people donate other than below this video?
Alright, you can go on to Speedo Mick Facebook, Instagram or Twitter, and you'll find the link on any of my stuff on there. You can go onto the GoFundMe page as well.
There we go. I'll put the link below this video. So where are you going to get to today?
I'm going to sunny Runcorn today.
And it was up Snowdon yesterday.
Snowdon, mate, I'm absolutely shattered. I'm cream crackered, I am, but I'm stomping on. This is what we do. We just keep rolling with it, rolling with the punches, man.
He's nearly raised £1 million now as well, haven't you?
Yes, man, it's £77,000 off £1 million, which would be, you know, for myself, it'd be massive. I said in the beginning, you know, someone, a couple of Everton fans went like that, look, what do you want to do here? And I went, you know what I'd like to do? I'd only raised about £5,000. I went, I'd like to raise £1 million. And the two of them looked at each other like that. And I went, no, but what do you really want to do? And I said, I'd like to raise £1 million. I'm nearly there, mate.
He's nearly there. So you're heading to John O'Groats, aren't you?
Yeah, no, I'm going to Land's End.
So you got to do the way around.
to Land's End. They've got the tough.
With the 3 peaks in the middle as well. So
yeah,
dig deep, people.
Yeah, man, thank you very much. It's for mental health and suicide prevention. Very serious issue, of course.
And it's World Mental Health Week, isn't it, from Monday?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Causing a bit of a traffic jam here now. Got to caught up with him. He's got a bit of a support car following him around as well, which brought him some tea as well and some chocolate, because he's not actually going that far today. But yesterday it was up Mount Snowdon, which is amazing. So good luck, Mick. And like I say, the link below this video is where you can go to his page to donate some money for suicide awareness, and you can read it all actually on the link. But it'd be great if he could get to the £1 million. He's going from John O'Groats to Land's End, so he's got a fair way to go. I think another 400 or 500 miles. He's doing it in a pair of Speedos, which are basically swimming trunks. We're going to do John O'Groats Land's End on a combine, maybe this June if we can get everything sorted in place and the combine's actually arrived. So watch this space. Half a plane there. So like another one taxiing over there. Jet 2. That's a monster.
When you get to the top of the steps, just turn right and take a seat in the front cabin.
Thanks. The phone's not doing the justice of the scale of it. It looks stunning. How long the legs are as well. Told us not to bang our heads because it's quite low on the right. There's the cockpit. Massive, dead deep. Smells of leather. Sit down. Front row. That's how fast it went and that's how cold the air was. Smile. James. James. Don't know, but Charlotte sat where the Queen sat. It's a bit dusty, needs a dust. How sharp the point is on the front. Stand next to it for scale, Olivia. It's massive, isn't it? I really like the shed. It's insulated panels here, but that's canvas stretched over. Easy jet taking off. You can see why they built the airport here, because other than them hills in the distance, it's pretty flat around Manchester. There's Concorde there, tucked up. A couple of planes over there that I think you can go on as well. They're just locking it up now. It's closing time. That's why they're due to get out the car park. That's it for today. See you tomorrow.